Well, hello folks, and welcome along to another Movie Burner Entertainment movie review. And my name is Stephen, and today I am going to be talking about 2017's Lady Bird. Now, Lady Bird was directed by Greta Gerwig and also written by Greta Gerwig too, and stars Saoirse Ronan, Laurie Metcalf, and Tracy Letts. Lady Bird is one of the best coming-of-age films released in recent times. Greta Gerwig's direction and writing is wonderfully executed and applied to make the movie relatable and realistic. Set in 2002, the story is based in Sacramento, California, and it's mostly focused on the title character, Lady Bird, played by Saoirse Ronan, who's in her late teens and is desperate to apply to a college in New York as an escape from what looks like a town where nothing much happens. I've never been to Sacramento, so I can't really comment on that place, but the character of Lady Bird wants more out of life. The characters is fleshed out and are written with great investment, meaning you can relate to them individually. Saoirse Ronan is brilliant in the lead role. I first saw her play the role of Bryony Tallis back in 2007's Atonement when she was 13 years old, and I knew she was going to be a star even then. Here she plays Lady Bird Macpherson, and although experiences the usual coming-of-age obstacles at that age, she portrays the character convincingly and without the usual cliches. Between Ronan's performance and Gerwig's direction, the actress's performance and the way she's written is a great collaboration between both of them, and you can see that throughout the film and all of the characters, to be fair. Laurie Metcalf is a wonderful actress who I've admired for many years, and though I mostly remember her for her comedic performances, is great as a long struggling mother to Lady Bird, Marion Macpherson. Marion is reserved about her feelings and executes this so realistically that when Lady Bird is frustrated by her mother, you, the audience, feel the frustration too. There is something of an emotional wedge between the mother and daughter, and both Metcalf and Ronan understand this in their scenes together. Tracy Letts plays the father Larry and is Lady Bird's go-to emotionally. I understood the relationship and his character instantaneously through Letts' almost calming and understanding character. I haven't seen much of the actor's performances, I'm afraid, and although he is in The Big Short from 2015 and supporting role in The Post, supporting the family unit is a series of friends of Lady Bird's and Lucas Hedges, who plays her first boyfriend, Danny O'Neill. Danny is somewhat of a dark horse in this film, and although I don't want to spoil the character's outcome, although it is pretty obvious once you see where this character's developing and going in the story, I enjoyed Hedges' performance of the character and sympathised with him. Hedges is a great young actor who I thought was great in Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and although had a smaller role, was memorable. The same can be said about Lady Bird's second boyfriend, played by Timothée Chalamet as Kyle Schiebel. His character is more cynical and deeper than Danny and has some interesting views on the world, especially his thoughts on mobile phones are used as tracking devices by the government. Now you've got to remember this is set in 2002. And lastly, Lady Bird's best friend is Julia Steffens, played by Beanie Feldstein. Julia and Lady Bird's relationship is typical of two teenagers in that both of them are outsiders to the rest of the school and share an interest in drama. Feldstein is mostly known for her TV work, and to be honest doesn't have too much to do in the film, and only serves as a device to bring Lady Bird back from the clutches of a spiralling into a seedier life with Kyle and his friends. I enjoyed the cinematography and direction of this film. I felt the way it was presented gave us a good idea of what life is like for a 17-year-old with aspirations and her financially struggling family in Sacramento, California. Lady Bird could easily have been a run-of-the-mill drama movie with the usual cliches. In fact, Gerwig managed to adapt a simple storyline and engage her audience with not knowing what is going to happen next or where we are going to end up with these characters. I didn't exactly get into this movie with high expectations, nor did I get into this thinking this was going to be boring. I was surprised in how much I enjoyed the film though, and it's one thing I can honestly say that I will revisit again in the near future, as I enjoyed the storyline, the characters and the investment that was put into by the filmmakers. Highly recommended.